Hi, I'm Jay, and this is Vroom Vroom. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't done so already, please like, share, subscribe. It's important to me and helps me on my journey in bringing some of these bikes back onto the road. This is the second part on the Suzuki Gsxr750 Isle of Man edition. It's divided opinion online. Some of the comments have been very, very nice, and some of them have been a little bit more challenging. So it does raise the question of who's the friendliest group of bikers: Honda, Ducati, Suzuki, Yamaha, Triumph, or another brand? Please let me know in the comments, and if this particular item's popular enough, I might even do a poll on it. So this is the second part of the video. Enjoy. Right, this is my last job of the day. It's been very, very busy on other projects as well, but I did want to get the gasket in here and take it for a little bit of a test drive. I've got to be a little bit careful because it's got no front brake, which I forgot about, so I haven't ordered one, but I will do. So I'm going to yes, get that gasket changed, which should only take a couple of minutes, he says. Nothing ever takes just a couple of minutes. So while you're watching that, I'm now just walking and getting nice big rag and a spanner. And the more I dig into this bike, the more I'm finding just bits and pieces that were done. I mean, the power commander was a surprise. There seems to be two modules connected to the front steering damper, and I'm not sure what they are for. They have been put in afterwards, so I don't know what they are. But we will find out in due time, I suppose. Look at this, I've got parts everywhere because I'm working on two projects at once. Right, the torque wrench settings for these, I think I mentioned the 10 Newton meters. And I need one more bolt. Oh, it's an 8mm. See, brain's not working. 8mm. I'm sure I've got one somewhere. So I'll go later on and find that. And right, so 4. And so that I'm going to make sure all the box are in. The right holes. Bring out. That's it. Right, some good news. I've just been to see my welder mate, my new bestest mate, Dave, the welder, and he's finished it. And he's done a superb job on that. And that is solid. Absolutely solid now. So that's ready to go back on the bike. So I'm going to put it back on now. Still got the Thundercat. Trouble getting rid of that one, which is a real shame because it is a stunning bike. It is beautiful. But I've actually got a plan. I might stick it in the classic auctions, which are coming up soon, and see how it does in there. So we'll see soon. So in the meantime, I've been waiting on this. So let's get this attached to that just in time for the sun to come out. So I know I was a little bit cavalier getting this off because I wanted it off quickly to go and get it welded. And this is going to be impossible to do one hand, but hey, done. Job's a good one. And the fairing part I was waiting on is going to be here soon as well for the back. So I just had a notification. So let's get you in the right spot while I dig around in here. So this is probably the messiest that I've been bike-wise in a while. I've got bits of bikes everywhere and I need to crack on with a couple of projects. I'm really struggling with this Suzuki as far as one particular part. It's the weirdest part ever. It's brake lever. Because they put on aftermarket brakes and the clutch lever, it's proving difficult to find a replacement brake lever that's not a ridiculous amount of money. So I may look at replacing the actual master cylinder as well, but we'll see how we go with that. In the meantime, I really do need to start breaking down the front of the bike with the fairings and just have a look at where we are with that and what needs to be replaced. Luckily, it's quite an easy job. So I've been out just trying to tidy things up, and I've got a new bezel which is going to go straight on there. Brand new 30 quid. I think there's a bargain and a lot better finish than the old one. Quite lumpy and bumpy, but that's it there. And also I've got the replacement front brake, including master cylinder, which I'm hoping is going to be a direct swap. The one that was on there, I just couldn't get the well, just the brake handle for it. Just the handle alone was 4 times the cost of what I've paid for a whole system there. So hopefully it'll fit, and if it does, then problem goes away. If not, then well, a few quid wasted. So this is the new one in the box. There's a couple of things that I looked out for when I was ordering it. Two is this bike has got upgraded hydraulic hoses, and they go on the bottom, which activates the brake disc as well. So just needed to make sure that that was going to be exactly the same. Looking at this, which I'm doing wrong, it's meant to be that way around, an idiot. It's yeah, very similar system, just a bit of a Chinese knockoff. What I might be able to do is even just change the handle. Looking at it, I'll have a think about that. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's pretty good. It's pretty close. The amount that I've looked online for those is just mental. And you know, it is working to a budget, this bike, so it does need to make financial sense. But yeah, well pleased with that. Let's just see. I'll make up my mind in a minute what I'm going to do with this. So looking at it, it was exactly the same lever, so I've just replaced the lever and kept the master cylinder, and that's all gone on really well. Only took 5 minutes, so that's another job out of the way. And now we'll just crack on with the bezel. I've really been looking forward to getting back in this one, and it's just been waiting on parts, which have now kind of arrived. I'm going to have to make some adjustments to one of the rear lights, because the ones that were sent from China were really good actually. Can't knock on them, apart from the ones that were on there were LED. So I either I can't convert it over. Can I convert it over? I might be able to solder it. But anyway, I do want to get the back bit built back on the bike today, just to get somewhere. I'm still waiting on a delivery, which will help, but it should be okay. I should be able to get this a lot closer today than it was, because I want to get it out for MOT and look at moving this on now, because I have other stock that's waiting to come in. And the trouble with leaving stuff too long is you start to forget where they go, and then have to review the videos, and then it all gets a little bit manky. So I mean, stuff like this, it's the actuator for the exhaust, but it's redundant on this bike, but I think the connectors may still be needed, so I'm going to put it back on anyway. So all the lights seem to be working, which is good news. Brake light, tail light, all the indicators, even though I had to swap the indicators over, are all working okay now, and the front seem to be all right as well, so that's good news. So next job is to sort out the backlight. This is the one that came with the Chinese imports, and the lenses are very similar, but they're in a lot better condition, and they just fit a lot better to the lens, and I just don't like the way that this lens is sitting in there. So it's just 2 wires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off, I'm going to resolder, well, I'm going to unsolder the 2 wires, resolder the 2 wires, and then put it back with this one that came with it. It'd just be better, and I'll just be able to relax a little bit more with it there, and then I should be able to just get the rest of the stuff just hooked on the back okay. So that's the plan, even though the budget way would say just run a bead of silicone around that and it will last forever. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Let's get the soldering iron out. Well, that ended up not being too bad. I swapped the LEDs over in the indicator. It wasn't too bad, just 2 wires. And now I'm ready to start just rebuilding the back. All of the wires inside have been accounted for except for one, which is slightly annoying. I can't see where it goes. It doesn't seem to be affecting anything, so I've isolated it, and hopefully that'll be the end of it, but we'll have to see. If something else happens along the way, then it happens along the way, doesn't it? The only thing I have got to check is the number plate light. So I've redone all of this, and yep, that's good. So let's get the back end built back up, and then I can concentrate on getting the side panel on the from here, the left hand side, because that's ready to go back. Yeah, that's it. So let's get that done. Tail is now buttoned up and fully installed and actually looking really nice. Need to give it a little bit of a wipe, but it's looking really good. So with that, I'm starting to move my way forward. There's a couple of bits of touch up on the engine I need to do before I go forward to the front part, but yeah, nearly there. Hoping I can get this through for an MOT this week, but we'll have to see how booked up they are. But to be fair, I put so much business their way, they do try to fit me in when they can, so we'll see what happens there. So I'm going to get the seat installed properly, the side panels screwed back in, get the engine done, and then the side panel on the left. So time for an update on the Gsxr. I've been doing a lot that's not been on camera because it's just boring stuff, repairing some of the panels and just getting them painted and put into a decent position now, which they are. The the panels, I think this bike was originally blue, and it's been sprayed matte black, which is fine. You can do that, but the panels aren't brilliant. This is definitely wasn't sat in someone's front room as an ornament. It was used, this bike, so it's been a it's been a bit of a pain getting the panels done, but they're up to what I'd call a decent standard. I will be telling the new owner that, you know, just to make it 100%, it will need, well, it's their choice whether they change the panels or not. So the water leak I had from the radiator turned out to be the radiator cap, where it had gone over, had bent the hole slightly, so it's been put back and it's now okay. I had a small oil leak at the bottom, realised that I hadn't torqued up the nut for the oil drain, which has been done now. Number plates back on, everything's done, and I'm starting to reassemble it. I actually thought this bike was a done deal. The indicator lens that I'd ordered from Suzuki, actually yesterday got a phone call saying it's not smoked, so that kind of gives me a bit of an issue. They're going to look for a smoked one for me, but these are aftermarket, I think, so I'm not sure they're going to be able to get them. So this is the finished article. It's not 100%, but it never is. It's there for someone else just to finish off, put their stamp on it and decide how far they want to go with it. The mirrors have been replaced, the front cowling's been replaced, the front brake lever's been replaced. The panels on the side have had quite a lot of work just to get them back to what's a decent standard. The back brake had to be replaced due to the foot pegs. The clutch cover on this side also was replaced. The side pod on the back also replaced. And so we've got to this point, and now it's done and ready to move on to its new owner. Being the Isle of Man edition, there is only, I think, approximately 150 of these ever made. This one was originally blue. Someone converted it to black, and yeah, I think it looks quite nice in the colour that it is. So that's it for this bike. Hopefully it'll be off to someone who will take care of it, and it won't end up in the state ever again. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.